Hey y'all, thank you for coming back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 things I wish I knew before moving to Texas. I moved here from Minnesota, cold up north Minnesota, and we moved to Houston. And these are the things I wish I knew that probably would have changed my decision. Number 1, bugs. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and they were not lying. But there's one bug in that specifically that you might have a run-in with, and I'm gonna tell you how I wish I would have avoided this. Make sure that you're viewing the apartment before you sign the lease. Of course, that should be law, right? But some people don't, especially with the housing market right now. It's like as soon as a house is posted, it's off the market. So some people may feel pressured to hurry up and just sign a lease. Do not do that here. Do not do that down south at all, but especially Houston. Because Houston has a cockroach issue, okay? And I'm not talking about the big roaches that are outside, the tree roaches. I'm talking about the little German roaches, right? I highly suggest that you, instead of an apartment, move into a house if you're going to move to Texas. People, it's just crazy, y'all. Like, if you're in an apartment, you're bound to see roaches. You're bound to have roaches. They say, and when I say they say Houston natives, because I posted a TikTok video about this and it's at like 110,000 views. Like, everybody was giving me some amazing advice on how to get rid of the issue, because I'm currently dealing with it, living in an apartment. Walked into someone else's infestation, unbeknownst to me, before I signed the lease. So they say moving into like a more expensive, newly built building is like law when you move into an apartment down here. But I wouldn't even recommend that, because I know people that have moved into new apartments, like newly built within the last 3-4 years. Same thing. Roaches, infestation. So your best bet is to move into a house. And also luxury living, that doesn't matter either, y'all. I had a unit that was supposed to, labeled luxury living, that I had an Airbnb with. I seen roaches in there. So do your due diligence before moving here so that you're not dealing with a cockroach issue. It's nasty. Most apartments will provide pest control. That's included in your lease. But again, if you move into something that was already infested and it's already in the building, more than likely you're not going to get rid of it while you're staying there, because they're in the walls. And then possibility of them getting in your stuff. If you're trying to move, they might come with you. Coming out while you're eating, just crawl. Like, it's disgusting. And me being from Minnesota, if you have cockroaches, you're deemed dirty, right? You're unsanitary. You're not in good living conditions, because up there it's too cold for roaches to survive. Where here, this is the perfect climate, right? It's hot and humid majority of the year. So that's the first thing I wish I knew. Make sure you get a house. Spend the extra rent money and get a house, so that you're not connected to anybody else. You're in control of it. The bugs are coming in and out, right? And then that also goes along with, if you're in a house, the house is probably, if you're renting, even if you're buying, make sure that pest control is worked into your monthly budget or quarterly budget, yearly budget, however you feel you need to do it. But you should be having pest control come out at least once a year, because there's a million types of bugs here, not just cockroaches, and they thrive in this climate, right? Number 2, again, everything is bigger in Texas, right? So in Minnesota, the cities were small. Like, I'm talking, the cities were like 15 minutes away from each other. So you go drive 15 minutes, you're in a new city. 15 minutes, you're in a new city. In Texas, it seems like the cities are like at least 30 to 40 minutes away from each other. So just know when you're looking for a place, make sure that everything you need to do is around your area, so you're not having to drive 40 minutes to an hour to get to what you need to do. So make sure that, like me for instance, I shop at Whole Foods, I shop at Trader Joe's, and then Walmart, of course, right, for the cheap stuff, the household stuff. So it was important to me to make sure that I was around a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, and a Walmart, and then anything else you need, you know, for your daily living, dollar store, whatever it is. I have that all around me. I'm in Spring. This is a really, really nice area. I really like living out here. I would prefer to live in the Woodlands, and that's where I'm headed next after I move out of here. But just make sure you do your research on your area, because you don't, like I said, you don't have to be stuck driving 40 minutes every day to go do something, you know, that's a daily need. And this ties into number 3 on what I'm starting to figure out why everything is so far apart is traffic. And I'm sure everybody has heard somebody say, stop moving to Texas, we're full. But y'all, like, this is so true. Like, there's traffic literally from, I want to say traffic starts at like 6, between 6 and 6:30, and goes until like 7:30 at night, 7:30, 8 at night. You're bound to be stuck in the traffic. So make sure, again, like, make sure you are working close by if you're not working from home, so you're not having to get stuck in that traffic, because traffic turns those 40-minute drives into like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. Even on the toll roads, you're still gonna get stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's wild, y'all. So those are my 3 things. I want to keep this video short. Make sure you're researching so you're not getting stuck with bugs and roaches. Get a house, okay? Get a house. This is your sign. Get a house. Number 2, the distance between cities and things in Texas, because everything is bigger in Texas, right? And number 3, traffic. Make sure you're prepared. Also, I've heard that your car insurance will raise because there's so many accidents out here, because, yeah, I don't know if it's because people are coming from here, they're here, everybody's moving to Texas, so all the bad drivers are getting put into a pool, but yeah, they can't drive out here, okay? And that's another thing, let me add that. When you come to Texas, or before you get here, you better practice your fast and furious race car driving, okay? Because if you're not going 80 on the highway, they're gonna move you out the way, like run you into the ditch and move you the hell out the way. So make sure you can drive, because you might get scared when you drive down here. Me, I fit right in because that's how I drive anyways. But make sure you practice your fast and furious driving, okay? Because you're gonna need it. So those are the 3 things. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I love the weather, how hot it is. That's mainly why I moved here, was to get out of the winter, the negative 50-degree winters, right? I love my kids' school. Everybody welcomed me with open arms. I found my tribe. So yeah, y'all, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, where I talk weekly about herbalism, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. Basically just my journey on breaking out of the matrix. So peace.